Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Hi, it's Laura Lee back with your 5-minute Spirit Reboot, and I'd like to welcome my special guest, teacher and author today, C Von Hassett, and his soulmate, Rachel Wilkie.
Thank you for having us, Laura.
So you two have come across this ancient meditation. I'm going to leave it to you to share what that practice is, because I tried to pronounce it. But
it's called Dzogchen, and the book is called Entering the Mind. And the book points you towards these great teachings that are ancient and timeless teachings that really direct all of us toward what we could call our higher self. And it's a very easy practice. It's very straightforward. It's called the nature of mind. And from there, you rest in it like you're resting in a hot tub. And you just absorb the wisdom of your own being. And with it, everything falls away that is problematic in your life over a period of time. Anxiety, fear, depression, all of it just goes.
See, now I've been a big meditator for 20 years myself, and I believe that about my meditation practice. So what makes this one different?
The Tibetans for centuries have been perfecting it. You just sit there and you rest and you observe it. And the difference between this practice and all the other meditation practices, which ask you to focus on the breath or to focus on relaxing or observe sensations in the body, those are all secondary in relation to resting in your actual natural state.
Pure consciousness.
It is pure consciousness once you've recognized it, once you've learned to stabilize it. The book that we've just written really speaks to how to stabilize and how to rest. And resting simply means relaxing.
So, Rachel, what are you experiencing when you reach that state? Can you describe it?
Yes, I mean, of course, it's an ineffable state, so it's very difficult to put to words, but I have felt an incredible experience through practicing this particular type of meditation. And once you move beyond the initial stages of meditation, then when you relax in that and you allow the innate nature of your non-conceptual mind to arise, there is this absolute and utter profound sense of peace. You actually experience your own individual awareness become at unity with the universal awareness. And so what happens is your perceived awareness of your own consciousness then becomes blended and melded with that of the universal consciousness. And you become aware of awareness becoming aware of itself.
So, there's a lot of people out there who say, I just cannot meditate. And they just don't comprehend the huge benefits that could come along with this kind of meditation. So what would you say to anybody out there to change their mind and get them active and maybe perhaps a step towards a practice such as yours?
I think we have a lot of pressure in the West to think that meditation is something that we can just do. And ultimately, yes, everybody has the capacity to meditate, but it's like any other activity in our lives. It requires training. I mean, you wouldn't put yourself on a yoga mat and start standing on your head from day one.
Right, that's a good point.
You wouldn't do that. But what you do is you start with very simple balancing poses. You'll start with breathing exercises. And then ultimately, within years in, as a practitioner of yoga, you may start to feel confident that you can stand on one leg and hold your other leg in a strange position. So I think I would advise those who perhaps have struggled with meditation, it's okay. I think we all struggle with it at the beginning. We have to see this as something that is a training. It's something that we're committing to on a daily basis, that over time we will become not only more accustomed to it, but also our conceptual mind will be trained in the activity of calming down. And that's the first step.
That's well said. So list why somebody would want to practice this particular meditation. What are the benefits to somebody who's just not meditating?
Well, especially today, the world is fraught with all kinds of issues and people who create anxieties within us. So Dzogchen is great because it gives you a purpose for your meditation. It gives you a reason why you're sitting down. And that's going to alleviate a lot of the issues that you come up against in your daily life.
Right. Well, thank you, C and Rachel, for sharing your wisdom. Where can people find Entering the Mind and the two of you?
You can go to enteringthemind.com and you'll find information on the book. You'll find our bios, and you can reach out to us as well, and we'd be happy to say hello.
Yes, we prepared a 3-part podcast.
Oh, we have
that
a little
speaks
podcast too.
To the key concepts in the book. So feel free to subscribe and get access to that link to the podcast. And that's all at enteringthemind.com.
Again, it was a pleasure. And if you would like to receive more of these 5-minute Spirit Reboots, subscribe to this piece and also to the podcast.